After a long, tiring day at work, Kenton drove home. He spotted his wife from his car through the window of his house before starting his engine again. Kenton lived in Seattle, Washington, and not too far was Rattlesnake Mountain, somewhere he had been going lately right after work. It took about half an hour to get there. He parked his car and hiked the trail to the place where he usually sat. Kenton leaned back on the bench and took out a deep breath as he loosened his tie. The mountain ranges were now shaded with colors of red as the sun set. It was beautiful, but Kenton could find no relief in watching the sunset anymore. He felt depressed. He felt broken and worn out. Everything in his life felt like it was falling apart. He couldn't take it anymore. All he felt like doing was ending it all. As Kenton sat there on the high mountain tops, he suddenly heard a few men walking down the trail behind him. He took a glance over his shoulder to see a group of college kids laughing and joking around. Kenton sighed and shifted his gaze to the rocky mountain ranges beneath him again. Kyle had traveled to Rattlesnake Mountain with his friends for a little thrill and adventure. The usual lounge at the bar was getting a bit too boring for him. He found a great spot and stopped to relax when suddenly he noticed a man sitting despairingly on a bench not too far away. By the looks of the man's face, by the way his shoulders pulled him down, his clothes drenched in sweat, Kyle started to get a bad feeling that something wasn't right. What was he doing here? Was he thinking of jumping? Had he come here to take his life? Kyle was all too suspicious to overlook the man, so he took leave from his friends and decided to check out the matter. "You guys go on without me. I have something important I need to do." "Hey man, are you okay?" Kenton turned to see a young man standing beside him. He was tall, his hair was brushed back, he wore a leather jacket, and his hands were tucked in his pockets. Why was he talking to him? "Why do you ask?" Kenton sighed. "Right, sorry. Let me introduce myself. I live here in Seattle. What about you? Where are you from?" "I'm Kenton. I don't live too far from here myself." "Do you come here often then?" "Not really. I only recently discovered this place. It's nice to get away from the hustle, all the problems in life." "So that's the matter. But did you know sometimes the best solution isn't to isolate yourself? It's to stick right where you are and isolate the problem from your life instead." "Perhaps sometimes, but sometimes it's just better to quit. Otherwise it turns into a mentally unhinged obsession." "I won't agree with you on that one. It only becomes a mentally unhinged obsession when you try the wrong method over and over again. Sometimes we have to figure the way by thinking outside of the box." "You're just another naive youngster. You still have that strength in you. But the reality of life is, when it doesn't work, it's hard to keep trying again and again. You don't get younger as the days pass by. You get older, you get weaker, and at one point, you're just left helpless. I'm tired of this. The fight is worthless. When I saw you, I figured something wasn't right. What's wrong? Has something happened? People don't normally come to these conclusions just like that." "Everything that could go wrong has went wrong. I have no place to go anymore. I found out my wife has been cheating on me. We've been married for nearly 7 years, and she has been seeing someone else behind my back. Everything we had was an act. The smiles, the gestures, the love. I've been following her for some time, and I have no doubt that she has betrayed me. She doesn't know that I know, and I don't plan to tell her either. I just want to end it all here. Perhaps the problem was never around me. It was me." "Hold on. 7 years is a long time. How's it that you didn't find out earlier? Didn't you get a sign? She never erased your suspicion?" "It's not that I wasn't suspicious. Sometimes I did doubt her, but I like to believe that she would be faithful. I always trusted her." "Let me tell you your biggest problem. Actually, a huge builder for most men. You all think that the girl is too good for you. You think you don't deserve her for whatever reason. And then you start overlooking all this nonsense she does. In the beginning, we were in love. I don't know how things suddenly changed for her. I felt about her just the same, or maybe even more than the day we got married. Perhaps I still have feelings for her. And after all these years, now what? You want to end your life because of this? I don't know how to live after this point of my life. It's over for me. I'd rather be relieved of this life. I think you hit your head on the way up. Let's look at that again. She is cheating on you. She betrayed you. She doesn't love you. And you're gonna take your life for her? It's like punishing the innocent for a crime committed by the guilty. How does that make any sense? Why would you punish yourself for something she did? You won't understand. If things are going to be like this, then I don't want to live like this anymore. What I wanted in my life isn't going to happen. You can't make anyone love you if they don't. There's nothing I haven't done for her, and this is what I get in return. This isn't right, man. It can't end like this. At least, it can't end without revenge. And once you've got your revenge, there's no point of ending it anymore, because then you're just a winner. You think you've lost everything, but you still have a chance to make things better. You'll be the real loser when you quit. Because quitters never win, and winners never quit. Kenton leaned back on the bench. He closed his eyes and tried to think. What Kyle said was true, but there was no way he could fix anything. His life was a mess. Kenton brushed his hair back and looked at Kyle. Thanks for the advice. I appreciate it, but revenge is just not my game. Kyle felt bad for the man. He looked like a decent guy, and from what he said, not just him, no one deserved to be betrayed. Kyle took out his phone. No problem. I'll be your mentor. Save your number on my phone. We can catch up later. My mentor? Yes, your mentor. I'll help you fix everything that ever went wrong in your life. Kenton sent himself a message from the phone and handed it to Kyle. But why would you do this for me? Kyle leaned back and stretched out his arms. It's just what I do. I help people fix their love lives, their work lives, their personal lives, their lives in general. I was hanging out here with some of my friends. I told them to leave, but they're probably gonna wait for me anyway. I know how they are. They call me the date doctor. Date doctor? You mean like Will Smith? Is this your real job? Is that even a job at all? Yeah, it is. I buy all my cool things with 100 thanks and a bucket load of golden hearts that I get in return for fixing all the drama that goes on in people's lives. Of course I have a real job. Just then, Kenton's phone lit up with a call. Who's that? The tutor wife? Yeah, it's Cassandra. Hello? Where are you? You're an hour late. Why didn't you tell me that you were gonna be late? I wouldn't have cancelled my plans. You ruined my whole day. I'm sorry, Cassandra. I'll be home in a while. Forget it. You messed up my evening anyway. I'm going to bed. Make sure you don't disturb me when you come in. Cassandra disconnected the line. Kenton sighed and put his phone away. He was about to get up when Kyle stopped him. Does she always treat you like that? Or you just don't have the guts to be the man you are? I'm sorry, Cassandra? What was that? I should have told her I was gonna be home late. Kyle shook his head. You need serious training, and I'm not even joking when I say serious. Think about this before you answer my question, okay? If she doesn't love you, if she has gone this far to find someone else and cheat on you, then why doesn't she just divorce you and be with who she wants to be with? Why has she stayed with you all these years? I don't know. The answer is pretty simple. 'Cause you have the money, bro. She hasn't left you all these years. She'll never leave you. Even if you're the world's biggest jerk, she won't leave you. Things are in your hands now. Are you gonna let her use you, or you're gonna get the revenge you deserve? Suddenly, Kenton heard someone call out Kyle's name in the distance. A young man was waving at him. Come on, Kyle, we have to get going. Kyle ushered him with his hands. 5 more minutes, I'll be there. I thought they'd leave by now. Those are my friends. I told them to go on without me. Guess they decided to stick around. Kenton looked behind Kyle. I had a lot of friends back in my college days. We used to have a lot of fun back then. Those were the good days. Cal patted Kenton on the back. Don't worry, we'll make things better than the old days. Trust me. And yeah, like Will Smith, but only better. Just wait and watch. By the time Kenton returned home, it was a little before midnight. All the lights were turned off. His wife, Cassandra, had fallen asleep. Kenton dropped his things and got freshened up. He was careful not to wake up Cassandra and went to the kitchen. His stomach was growling, yet he had no appetite. And seeing the old casserole Cassandra had left for him ruined his appetite even more. Kenton poured himself a glass of milk and went to sleep on the sofa that night. All that ran through his mind was how things ended up like this after 7 long years of marriage. She lied to him and betrayed him. All those instances flashed before his eyes. The moments when Cassandra was home late from a girls' night out. She wasn't with the girls, she was with some guy. The numerous hotel bookings he discovered on her debit card that he gave her money for. Kenton took out his phone and started to play games. He needed to distract his mind. Imagining what Cassandra did to him wouldn't change anything. It only enraged him. It only hurt him. It filled him with grief. What had he done in his life? Kenton looked at Kyle's message flashing on his phone, the one he had sent to save his number. Kyle was a good guy, and he looked like he was doing quite well in his life. When his true family had betrayed him, it was an outsider who came to console him. Could Kenton call himself fortunate? Kenton decided to call him up. Hello, Kyle? Kenton, what's up? Is everything okay? It's a bit late. I just wanted to thank you again for earlier. I don't know when was the last time someone had the decency to sit next to me and ask what's wrong. No problem, I'm here for you. Suddenly, Cassandra walked down the stairs and looked at Kenton. Who are you talking with at this hour? You were so loud you woke me up. If you're not going to sleep on the couch anyway, why don't you just go to the backyard? Kenton was annoyed by Cassandra's constant irritation with him. Kyle overheard Cassandra and spoke to Kenton on the phone. Why are you sleeping on the couch, man? You've probably heard the saying behind every successful man is a woman. But sometimes things are just the other way around. And men like you are the perfect example. Behind every nagging woman, there's a man who's not doing what he's supposed to do. Kenton couldn't help smirk at Kyle's remarks. Cassandra held her hips. Do you even hear me talking to you? It's past midnight now. Who are you talking to? You don't need to tell her who you're talking to. Just tell her to leave, it's urgent, and if she can't sleep, she can wait. Leave, Cassandra. It's an urgent call. And if you can't sleep, then wait till I'm finished speaking. Cassandra angrily murmured as she went back to her room. Sacrifice this, sacrifice that. Now I have to give up my sleep for you too? On the next weekend, Kyle and Kenton met up at a cafe. It was an unexpected special occasion for a couple there. The guy proposed to the girl in the midst of a whole crowd. Kyle chuckled as he watched the girl gasp and repeatedly say yes. You saw the size of that ring? That's why he got the yes. Kenton laughed. Hope the guy learns his lesson before it's too late. You work for her, you spend your time, your strength, all your effort, and at the end of it all, she has a relationship with your money than she has with you. Not all of them. Haven't you met those kind of women who can even make you a millionaire? What? How's that? Happens sometimes when you're a billionaire. I'm just joking, but men these days, they give up everything for the wrong girl. So tell me, how did you get stuck with Cassandra? You got married at 30. Don't tell me you saved yourself. It's impossible she's your first love. You mean abstinence? The thing that girls practice? Kyle laughed out. You gotta be kidding me if you really believe that one. Kenton chuckled. I was joking, but my love life hasn't been that great either. When I was younger, I dated a lot of women just for the fun of it. It was when I started working that I got involved with this girl named Chelsea. We dated for a few months. It was some luck. I wouldn't say I was at all attractive, nor did I have that kind of money in my 20s, but Chelsea was beautiful. She was a paid intern at the BII Corp, and her family was quite well-to-do. But what topped it all was that she was an overall nice person. I thought our relationship was really getting somewhere, but my biggest fear with her had become the fact that she might have second thoughts and leave me because she was like a supermodel. I can bet whoever saw us together probably thought, why is this creep following her around? We eventually broke up and I found her dating this pumped-up stud later on. I don't know how to explain the experience, but it was heartbreaking. But I guess she was just out of my league anyway. I didn't get serious with any woman after that. It was no strings attached until I met Cassandra. You know, it's this kind of mentality of yours that got you stuck with Cassandra? What's it with you not being good enough? Who in the world did Chelsea think she was? If you see a beautiful woman, get one thing straight. There's more women even more attractive than her. She was a woman, you were a man. Which idiot told you you wouldn't be able to satisfy her? You need to boost your confidence, bro. Girls out there are looking for a guy like you, someone that's decent, someone who won't stand them up. And you're here too sissy to man up and make the woman you like yours. Women like men who know what they're doing. They like men who are men. You're right. I never had the confidence in me. It's not too late. You're only 37. You should get out there again. Take a vacation by yourself. Treat yourself to someone nice. Really think out what you want to do in your love life. You want me to divorce Cassandra? Are you crazy? Divorce that cheating gold digger and then pay her alimony money? And give her half your property? Chick isn't getting a divorce, she's getting payback. Kenton nodded. I see your point there. So what about you? Wooing girls must be something you do with your eyes closed. I haven't found the right girl yet, and I'm not the kind of guy that sits around on a girl's friend zone contact list. I go out now and then, have some fun. I'm not ready to get serious and then end up with the wrong girl. Kyle's phone buzzed with a message. He read it and chuckled. Kenton looked at him. What happened? Girls, they're always on the line. It's funny to watch them try though. They try to bait men and they think they'll all come running. I'm just not like that. Kyle showed the message to Kenton. Kenton widened his eyes. You sure you don't want to reply to that one? Nope. I met her at the bar just the other day. If she can send that to me in 2 days, she can send it to someone else too. Beauty isn't all that counts. As a matter of fact, beauty is the least that counts. Especially after the clock hits 30, if you know what I mean. The guy's night out with Kyle was a change that Kenton desperately needed. It was in a long time he was feeling chill. He usually called Cassandra to let her know he would be back, but today he decided to let things go his way. When he got home, he rang the bell until Cassandra came to open it. Did you forget your keys or something? I had to come all the way downstairs to open the door. And what's wrong with our bank account? They aren't letting me withdraw any money. Was it that difficult to open the door for your husband? Cassandra passed Kenton a glance as he walked past her. She wasn't expecting Kenton to talk back to her. You mean my bank account? It's off limits this month. We should be saving more. What? Why? Don't tell me you lost your job. Did you get fired? No. I'm making more money than I ever did, but it seems to have made us spendthrift. Could you make me some steak while I get freshened up? There's leftovers in the fridge. Heat it up yourself. I'm not gonna go cook now. You're not the only person who works, alright? It's like all you do is take out the trash and behave like you cleaned the whole house. I don't think you understood me. Let me rephrase that for you. I'll be back from the shower. Go prepare dinner for me. Cassandra didn't try to push Kenton's nerves as she usually did. Something wasn't right. Kenton was never so stern with her before. She was a bit alarmed to see Kenton trying to boss her around. She started to get a little fearful if he found out about her affair. She spent the whole night trying to butter Kenton and find out if he suspected her. "What's wrong, Kenton? You're usually not like this." Kenton chuckled. "Do you even know what I'm usually like?" "Why wouldn't I? We've been married for 7 years now. I know you in and out." "That's right. I'm just the one who doesn't know his wife." "What do you mean?" Kenton took out his laptop and started going through some work. "I'm busy. Close the door on your way out." "Kenton, I think we need to talk. We've been together for 7 years, Cassandra. I think we've gotten a lot of time to talk. Now I'd like some privacy." Although Cassandra was still a lying, cheating betrayer, she was suddenly treating him a lot better than she ever did out of her insecurities. Kenton realized how nervous he had made her just with a simple dinner together, some one-on-one time. Cassandra was fearful to open her real side up to him. If Cassandra wanted to be with Kenton just so she could use him, Kenton would have her. But she would never truly be part of his life anymore. Divorce really wasn't revenge. It was time to reveal her true face. It was time to make her feel how he felt. Perhaps things needed to be like this more often. Kenton woke up bright and early in the morning to the smell of smoked sausages, pancakes, and maple syrup in the house after a long time. To his surprise, Cassandra was still trying to keep him happy. It made him laugh to see her like this. She was so nervous, she'd got caught red-handed. Her trustworthy debit card, aka Kenton, was slipping out of her hands. A whole week went by, where Kenton enjoyed watching the new side of his unfaithful wife's insecurities. Unfortunately, life was still a hassle due to all the trouble Kenton faced at work. Kenton was a business analyst at a tech company. Along with many others that worked alongside him, there was one coworker that stood out the most: Dawn. Dawn was on the same level as him. It wasn't like he was a superior in any way, but somehow, Dawn found ways to boss over Kenton. Like the time he snatched away a pretty good project that Kenton was offered, just by some manipulative words here and there. "I think Kenton's pretty busy with his schedule. I heard he hasn't been able to hand in his last assignment on time." "Oh, Kenton doesn't even have the credentials to work on this project. He doesn't have the experience either." "Did you see Nancy's work? She's a better person for the task. Or you can just hand it to me." Then there were the occasional sugar-coated dirty comments and criticism he passed on others. Or the times when he accidentally misplaces the files of other coworkers just so that they don't get things done on time. Kenton had always been soft-spoken and kind to others. He avoided getting into messy conversations and pointing out people for their nasty politics. It wasn't until Kenton got pretty well known around the office that things were a bit easier to handle. But Don was still the jerk he was from the start. The day at work went by in avoiding to speak to anyone. Kenton was in no mood to gossip. He barely got through the week like this. It wasn't until the next Monday that Kenton got a chance to meet up with Kyle again. It was right before his lunch break that he got a text from Kyle. "Let's meet. When are you free today?" "I'll be on my lunch break in a while. I'll let you know." Kenton and Kyle arranged a meeting at a burger joint for lunch. When Kenton got there, he found Kyle waiting for him at a table to the corner. "I thought you were off 20 minutes ago. What happened?" "Sorry about that. I got caught up with some extra work. There's this jerk at the office, Don." "A jerk at the office, huh?" Kyle's phone buzzed up on the table. it's my boss. Give me a minute. Hello? Yes, boss. The file? Hold on, just 1 minute. I'm searching for it right now. In the desk? Nope. In the folders? Nope. Where could it go? Oh wait, did you say the blue files? Boss, you're mistaken. I wasn't supposed to hand in that file. It was Mark's job. He didn't submit it yet? Oh wow, that's overdue. I'll see what I can do about it, but if Mark hasn't made any progress, I don't think I'll be able to finish his work on time. Mark? Are you sure he was assigned the file? I thought I gave it to you. Absolutely, boss. Don't worry, I'll talk to Mark, and I'll get it sent to your office in no time. Alright then, Kyle. I knew I could depend on you. Perhaps I should have assigned you the project in the first place. Remind me next time, alright? Kyle put down the phone with a huge grin on his face. That's how you get it done. You straight out lied to your boss and then blamed it on someone else. Not just any random person. Come on, you don't do that to everyone. That's how you deal with the jerk at work, your workplace nemesis. And what if you get caught? My boss doesn't work at the office, so things are pretty easy. Kenton shook his head. I don't think I'll ever be like that. Kyle raised his brow. Maybe that's why you're like this now. Have you always been like this your whole life, letting everyone step on you? Letting everyone pull you down till you can't get up anymore? I don't let people step on me. I don't know what it is. It's just that I couldn't reach that level of success that other people around me did. Like my whole college life, I didn't get accepted to the BII university. I failed the exam. But at the same time, one of my classmates, Ted, got accepted just like that. It was a lifetime opportunity, and I lost it. I was really upset that year. My grades dropped significantly. That same year, my father passed away and my mother was struggling with work. She didn't want me to start working, so she got 2 jobs. There was a lot going on at home. I was a little sick with all the pressure from studying. I guess I just wasn't as dedicated as Ted. Kid used to be stuck in his book all the time. First of all, Kenton, you have to stop thinking that others are better than you. Like they somehow have earned what they have. That's not always true. Sometimes it's the circumstance people are put in. I can imagine what this Ted kid was like. He had no life at all. And you're comparing yourself to him? At 18 years old, didn't he have any friends? Didn't he have any girlfriends? Who studies all the time like that? Of course he was going to get accepted. And there's a reason you didn't. It's absolutely normal. It wasn't you. It was the circumstance you were in. Think about all you went through during that time. How could anyone focus on studies like that? Instead of blaming yourself, you should leave your failures behind and move on with only lessons learned. No baggage. Kyle's phone lit up again. Why is he calling me again? Hold on, it's my boss. Yes, boss, what can I do for you? Where are you? I just now called the office, you weren't there. That's because as soon as you called me, I went to search for the file. I found out Mark left it at another department, so I thought I'd get the job done before it's too late. Oh, okay, then hurry and get back to work. Absolutely, boss, you got it. Kenton raised his brow. Wow, you're one professional liar. Do you always get away with it, or you've slipped once in a while? What did I tell you before? Quitters never win and winners never quit. You have to find out the right way. And sometimes the right way is the wrong way, or at least a detour. Kenton stopped to look at his watch. He had to get back to the office. I'll catch up with you later. Gotta get back to work. Alright then. I still have... Oh, look at that. The whole day. I think I'll chill at the bar. Are you kidding me? You're gonna stay out during work hours and just chill? Don't your other coworkers complain? Of course they do, but I just know how to complain better. I got most of them fired. I think Mark's up next. I just know how to handle things better, and now you know too. Give Don a good dose of his own medicine. You know you always wanted to. Kenton laughed. I'll try. Kenton returned to his office feeling a bit confident about himself. He noticed his sudden change of mood brought a whole change in his surroundings. Dawn was instantly jealous seeing a smile on Kenton's face, cause why would Kenton be happy, right? He was supposed to suffer under Dawn's shoe. Well, those days are over. Kenton sat behind his desk and started his work. He suddenly got a tap on his shoulder. Hey Kenton, you're late. Where have you been? I got a little caught up in Boss isn't gonna take that one as an excuse. Here's a bunch of files boss sent you to organize. You better get that done quickly. Chop chop. Kenton looked at the sticky note that was clearly labeled to Dawn, that Dawn had scrunched up and thrown away. Dawn just wanted to weigh all the work on him. That was it. Kenton was done doing work for Dawn. But a simple no was never good enough for Dawn. Dawn, where are those files I gave you this morning? I think Kenton has them. You mean the files that were due by the end of today? They're on Dawn's desk. Didn't you assign them to him? Oh, here's the note you sent. Where? I don't have them. Dawn, you haven't got anything done? Cancel your plans for the weekend, Dawn. You're working overtime. You need to get this to me ASAP. The next day was Saturday. It was an exceptionally sunny day in Seattle. Kyle had called Kenton to meet him by a sports field where he was spending the day with a group of his guy friends. When Kenton arrived, Kyle spotted him immediately. Nice cap. You play baseball? Yeah, captain of the team. Impressive. I used to play football, but I left it halfway through college. My friends and I were a pack of wolves, just like you guys. Have you always gave up on everything in your life? Every obstacle that came your way? Instead of tackling it, you let the boulder stop you from getting any further in your life. You had the potential, you sowed the seed, and then you just uprooted it once it grew out of the soil. Everyone needs motivation. I didn't have that kind of people around me. I didn't have that support or that push. But if you can't find motivation from anyone around you, you rely on yourself, your skills, your abilities, and you distance yourself from all those critical voices and listen to your own. Nobody can do anything for you unless you do it yourself. Never be afraid to be alone. It's better than being with people who don't value you. There's nobody better than you yourself. Learn your potentials and master your skills. You might even discover a hidden talent. Life had truly gotten better for Kenton. Kyle was a great friend. It was just weeks ago that Kenton was having the worst of thoughts, and today he had things sorted out. Things were going better at the office when Kenton was eventually able to expose Dawn for his misconduct with not just him, but with other co-workers as well, and Dawn was fired. And it had also been enough for him at home. What is this, Kenton? How can you do this to me? Don't look at me like you're innocent. You're nothing but a betrayer. Look, Kenton, it was a mistake. Please, forgive me. I love you. We've been together for so many years. You didn't remember that when you were with him? You disgust me, Cassandra. I wish we never met. Kenton finally divorced Cassandra. He got a good lawyer to fight his case against her, and got his alimony reduced when he provided evidence of Cassandra's infidelity in the marriage. Would you like to order? Yeah, just give me a minute. After a long day at court, Kenton came down to the bar to relax. It was exhausting seeing the drama Cassandra made today, but there was no way she was proving herself innocent after what she did. The only person that was on Kenton's mind now was Kyle. He was the person who had been there for him during these tough times. But just as he picked up his phone, he suddenly felt a tap on his shoulder. "Kenton, is that you?" Kenton was surprised to see an old friend of his, Peter. "Peter, you're back in town after so many years?" "Yeah, I got transferred back here from my job. What have you been up to? It was like you cut yourself off from the rest of the world. What's up? How's your wife, Cassandra, right?" "Cassandra? We got divorced. She cheated on me." "Wow. Sorry, man. I'm so sorry." "Why are you sorry? It's all right. Everything's fine now." "No, it's just that I was thinking, I'd been suspicious of her back in the days. A lot of people were actually saying a lot of things. I saw her with someone once. I thought it was her brother or something." "Brother? Cassandra doesn't even have any siblings. Now when I see it, looks like she's been an embarrassment to herself. Even the best liars get caught in the end." "Sorry, man. I don't know why I didn't say anything. I didn't want to meddle in her business, but now I wish I had. You want to join me? I was here with some friends. Come on." "Hi, I'm Kenton." "Joe." "Hey, I'm Angela." After a good night with some old and new friends, Kenton returned to his house. He was all alone, but it finally felt like home now, his home. Kenton had a peaceful sleep that night. When he woke up, he finally felt like he could stand up straight. He felt lighter. He felt free. Kenton had a lot planned for the day. He would take the time all to himself, perhaps hang out with Kyle. Kenton got up and looked at himself in the mirror. He was looking great. His hair looked darker. His posture was better. He looked taller and slim. He almost looked like Kyle, or rather, exactly like Kyle. All of a sudden, the realization dawned upon Kenton. The person that had advised him when Kenton was ready to end his life, the person that supported him through his bad relationship with his wife, the person who gave him the motivation to get back up, fight the negative people around him, wasn't really a person at all. Kyle had only been a figment of his imagination. There was no Kyle. It was Kenton himself. Kyle was only his own voice in his head, the part of him that remained suppressed after each and every obstacle in his life. The true him. If only Kenton had come to comprehend his true thoughts, his self-worth before things started to go wrong in his life, perhaps he would have been someone like Kyle much, much long ago. Kyle was the person he would have been if he never gave up on the way to the ultimate success he finally reached today, the person he always wanted to be, standing by himself, content. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.